was an extended look at the intro of the Dynamic Buzz.
Hey everybody, I'm Anthony.
I'm John.
And this is the Dynamic Buzz. Every Tuesday, we bring you the latest news related to comics, movies, and games. Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, we don't want to bore them with this intro, so let's get started. If you didn't recognize our intro, we were kind of mocking the extended trailer to the Iron Man 3 trailer that
Aired during the Super Bowl.
They showed you, it was kind of disappointing the whole time I was watching the Super Bowl, and I was looking forward to this Iron Man 3 trailer.
Yeah, I look forward to something.
Yeah, and then when it finally got there, it was only a couple seconds, and I was like, no, not
but it wasn't a wasted couple
Oh,
seconds.
yeah.
It was definitely...
It was awesome, but I was just looking for this big, long trailer, but I guess,
You kind of got a long trailer.
Yeah, so I had to get out my computer, check this extended trailer.
That was on Facebook. I like the way they did that. They did it for the Avengers, too.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. I
thought it was cool. I mean, the part when everyone's falling out of the planes, and then he kind of goes, how many are there? 15. How many can I carry? 4.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that's such a big tease, because I wonder, what's going to happen, and I don't know. I guess we'll see. What else was in that trailer?
It was kind of rough just because, well, you see the new plane scene, which I thought was really cool, but then if you watch the extended footage on Facebook, it's just recycled footage from what we've seen already, and it's kind of like, but it's in a different order, so it tricks people like, oh my gosh. But no, there's nothing new, just in a different order.
But at the beginning of the trailer, Tony Stark coming out, doing the extended look.
Yes.
That was genius. That was hilarious.
It was funny because it was him.
Yeah. Yeah, but also during the Super Bowl, we got to look at the Star Trek Into Darkness trailer, which that was also short, but every time I see footage of this thing, I'm just getting so excited for this. This is going to be incredible. And it's by J.J. Abrams, the person we talked about last episode getting Star Wars, so I'm super excited. It should be great. Yeah, Super Bowl sucked the beginning, turned into something better, but we got some good commercials out of it and good trailers. Yeah. All these trailers, you can also, there's links for them in the description if you didn't see them. Talking about other trailer that came out this week was Superman Unbound. You want to tell everybody what that is about?
Alright, Superman Unbound is based around the Action Comics that came out in 2006 by Jeff Johns, and it was basically Superman Brainiac. And it was the story of Kandor and how Brainiac, before Superman even came or was even born, I'm pretty sure, Brainiac attacked Krypton and took out its major cities. That's what Brainiac did, was he would attack the major cities, take them, destroy the rest of the planet, and then, take the information, download it, gather it, and then destroy that. Well, in this, he takes Kandor and, not destroys Krypton. I guess that's one of the stories that he destroys Krypton, or he's one of the purposes. But, so he figures out that Superman is on Earth, or Kal-El is on Earth, and wants to go destroy him so that he can have the last remaining information of Krypton. Because his biggest thing is, if he's still alive, he still continue the legacy. So that's information he doesn't have. So if he stops the information, then he has it all. And that's the gluttony of Brainiac. So I'm really excited. I'm trying to think of who is supposed to be the voice actors. I know
I'm not impressed by it, though.
Really?
I didn't like it. I'm always excited for DC comic animations, but I feel like with Dark Knight Returns, didn't like the voices for that.
Oh, no.
And this one, it looks like just by the trailer, I'm not liking the voices for this. But the animation, it looks alright. I'm excited for this. For me, I wasn't reading comics back in 2006, so I've never read this story. But, I'm definitely going to pick it up and try to read it before this animation movie comes out.
Yeah, back in 2006, I've read comics all my life, but I've always been narrow-minded to the point where it's Batman, Green Lantern. So, lately, since then, I've been trying to open up take off the blinders and see more things. But yeah, I've picked it up. There is a article on the website, on the Dynamic Buzz website, that kind of tells you a little bit more about Superman Unbound and kind of where the comics were leading to, and the voice actors.
Yeah, and this will be releasing at WonderCon in the spring, and then hopefully a little bit after that we'll get it on DVD and Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So it should be exciting. I'm excited to watch it.
Do you know there's going to be a DC showcase in it?
I did not know that at all.
Oh, I was just wondering because the showcase was really cool. The one with Green Arrow and Catwoman and Jonah Hex.
Yeah, I guess we'll see soon. They'll probably release something like that soon.
Yeah.
But on to DC movie news, to something pretty big in the Marvel movie news. And Latino Review, which is a website, a YouTube website kind of thing where they've been just releasing rumors and spoilers to all kinds of Marvel stuff. They called the Doctor Strange thing. They've called a bunch of recent stuff that actually came true, is saying that the Hawk is going to get his standalone movie in Phase 3, which that's pretty exciting because he was everybody loved him in the Avengers, and everybody else has had their standalone movie except Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah,
but everybody's kind of expecting this.
Yeah, I mean, I heard rumor of there being another Hulk movie before I even knew there was going to be another Avengers movie.
Yeah, and then stuff that is surfacing on the net is that after Avengers 2, probably like a cutscene or maybe at the end of it, Hawk gets shipped out into space by the Marvel's Illuminati because he's because he's a huge threat.
Yeah,
and of course that is based off the comic Planet Hawk. And Planet Hawk is where he goes to this planet, becomes a gladiator and king of an alien planet, and that's what the movie would all be about in Phase 3. Now what they're saying is after that, Avengers 3 would be about Hawk coming back
for World War Hulk.
Yeah, for World War Hulk and revenge. On what has happened to him, which. All this stuff I can see happening because Illuminati I can see happening because Doctor Strange. Yes, exactly.
But they don't have Mr. Fantastic.
Well,
or Professor X.
You can't assume that it's going to be exactly the same. None of this is.
I know, but to say that there's an Illuminati and then to leave out key people such as Professor X and.
Well, they do that all the time with Sony owning characters that have to do their. Marvel has to do their own thing in their movies. Like Iron Man 3 is going to be, what's his name? Crap. Iron Patriot.
Oh.
Iron Patriot.
Yeah, that's going to be War Machine.
Yeah, that's not going to be, who was it originally?
Norman Osborn.
Yeah, Norman Osborn. Sorry. Couldn't get that out of my mind. But, yeah, so they're going to change all these things, but that's interesting, and I'm excited to see.
I'll be excited too. The Planet Hulk was an animated movie, and I wasn't a big fan of it. I know there were a lot of people who were.
Yeah, well, it's one of Hulk's biggest stories, and so is World War Hulk. People love it, but I don't know. Hulk was amazing in Avengers, and I think he deserves a standalone movie now. But just see if that's good or not, because past Hulks have failed and not done really well.
Miserably.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I guess we'll just see,
Yeah.
I'm sure we won't hear anything for a while, but it's exciting to think that we might get a Hawk movie in Phase 3. Right. So, all right, so that wraps up pretty much everything in the movie news. Now we'll move on to a little comic book news. Is SpiderMan 2.
Yeah.
This is incredible. I love Spider-Man 2. If you guys don't know, Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is a comic that was last year, 5-issue limited comic, where both Spider-Man collided. The Amazing
Peter Parker
One
from 616 and
Miles Morales
Ultimate.
Yeah, and it just a great story. Absolutely loved it. If you guys haven't checked it out, please check it out.
It's a must read.
Yeah,
I'll put it this way: the plot of it, I wouldn't give a 5 or anything. I'd give it a 4 or 3. But it's the interaction between you finally get to see Miles, being who he is, Miles, and then finally meeting Peter Parker, the original Spider-Man, and just kind of geeking out and being. It was cool to see that little relationship because that's what I'm more interested in with this story was how they interacted more than the plot, like Mysterio and
Yeah, so the writer Brian Michael Bendis, I think that's his name, confirmed on Twitter. I guess someone asked him a question, would there be a Spider-Man 2, and he just said yes. Mm-hmm. So we don't know anything else really. I assume that we'll hear it soon.
Because Spider-Man 1 left you with a giant, major hangover,
cliffhanger. It's ever since reading that last issue of Spider-Man, it's been eating at me. Yeah. I know I tell you almost every week, when are they going to do something about this? Yeah. And finally we got news that
you need to read the comics script we're talking about.
Yeah, because this is a pretty big. It makes it exciting for Spider-Man 2. Yeah. So I don't know. Our next thing is
WTF comics or WTF certified.
Yeah. DC in the latest previews, DC Comics came out with covers that are WTF certified, and what that is, it's just game changing stories for our characters, and the covers are going to be page folding covers, and you're going to
front and back.
You're going to open up the cover, and you're just going to be like, I guess they said, oh wow, and
it's supposed to blow everyone's mind. It's supposed to be the game. Once again, DC's going to give us a game changer to how we look at characters. Like the New 52 itself, the reboot was supposed to change everything. Mm-hmm. Well, this is supposed to just take it to a completely different level to show people the new tears, the new relationships, deformities, possibly.
Well, they released, here's a bunch of stuff we have here. What DC said this is going to be about is Booster Gold reappears while an entire team disappears. One team is trapped in a bottle while another is changed completely. Some heroes change their colors and others change their alliances. Pandora battles death. A close encounter of the Dark Knight kind. There's a new old creeper, and
that's exciting.
Some new gods. And then one hero quits and another hero dies. So that's
would quit. Oh, are they referring to Batwing?
Yeah, I heard some. I don't know. I'm really not trying to worry too much about that, like all that stuff right there. Yeah. I'm just, I'm excited for it to come out, but I'm not going to be like,
because Pandora's supposed to revolve around the Trinity War, which is what I'm so excited for.
Yeah. And I'm not like sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, who dies? Who quits? What team is disappearing?
Why is Booster Gold coming back?
Yeah, I'm just excited for it, and the artist of Red Hood and the Outlaws already released
his full cover.
Granted,
it's not in color, but it's
if every other cover is going to be like this, oh my gosh, it's going to be nuts.
Yeah, and once again, if you go to the Dynamic Buzz website, there's already an article up that has a sample of every title that's coming out with the front page, and there's also the image of the full Red Hood cover. Yeah, so something to definitely check out.
Yeah, but I guess it doesn't really give you a spoiler, but I guess it kind of does. But
it depends, because I mean, it's issue 19 or 17. 19.
19.
19. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So it's, I mean, I'll have to do something with whatever happened with Death of the Family. I'm thinking or the aftermath. But we'll see. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it's
always
pretty exciting.
Yeah.
DC for me is just kicking butt in comics for me. Like, I love reading all their stuff, so it should be exciting. Something to look forward to in April.
Yeah.
So I guess that wraps all our movie and comic book news up for the week.
Yep.
Guess we'll move on to our comic book previews.
All right, and these are our dynamic comic picks of the week, or for the week, I should say. Yeah. Green Arrow, number 17. I know you've been excited for this.
I've been talking about this for
like 2 episodes now.
Yeah,
Episode 3, by the way.
2 months probably when I first found out about this. Yeah. I've been waiting for a good Green Arrow story because I kind of like Green Arrow. He interests me, even though he has a lot of similarities of other characters. But
yeah, but also Arrow really.
Arrow
changed the entire game.
Yeah, really got us excited for Green Arrow, and finally, when we're gonna get a new writer, which is Jeff Lemay, and there's also a new artist which I cannot pronounce. I think it's a her. So if you're watching this, she. Sorry, it's a her. It's a her.
Female.
Yeah. But yeah, this is exciting. Green Arrow's been terrible. just awful. Just like Hawkman. Hawkman. It's been terrible. These two comics have just been so terrible, and I'm excited for a new writer to
save them.
Yeah, to save this because, he's one of the main. He's a huge character in the DC universe, and
I find it they're both lucky, or at least Green Arrow is to get a new writer because like Static Shock, for instance. Static Shock could have been a really good story if they had a different writer to start with a different story.
Yeah, this is the comic I'm definitely going to look forward to this week. It's going to be incredible. The art already looks great, and the story sounds pretty good too. So, yeah, check this out by DC Comics.
All right.
Our next one is Superior Spider-Man 3, and we put this on the list just because last week that was one of your top 3.
Me, yeah. I'm excited. Plus, an old villain returns.
Yep, the Vulture. So that should be all right. I'm never really excited for the Vulture.
I'm not either, but it's the fact that the Vulture and Doc Ock had a relationship. So now I want to see if he figures out that Peter Parker is now Doc Ock, or Doc Ock is now Peter Parker.
I never really thought about that, but yeah, that should be interesting. And then there's this ongoing thing of, is Peter Parker going to get his body back?
And I know I mentioned this a little bit to you, but I want to say it to everyone else. With Doc Ock being in Peter Parker's body, and Doc Ock formally having a relationship with Aunt May, Peter's aunt / grandma, when he goes to Sunday dinner, does he go, Aunt May, when that apron a little tight today? I just was wondering, is there...
You think of very, very dirty things.
I was just wondering. Obviously they didn't think about that when they said, we'll make Doc Ock date Aunt May, and now we're going to put him or Doc Ock in her, grandson's body or nephew's body.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is another one we're going to pick up, and, it kind of wouldn't surprise if it creeps into one of our top 3. But we'll see.
I don't want it to. I really don't.
That's what you said last episode, too.
But I don't want it to. I'll gladly accept if it works, but I don't want it to work because I did not like this idea, and it keeps growing on me.
Yeah. We'll see, though. So,
all right,
our third one, this is a little different. Young Romance, a New 52 Valentine's Day special. Romance is in the air for our DC comic characters, and
you can't just wear tights and not.
Yeah, this is. I don't know. This is a Valentine's Day. I'm gonna get it probably just because I just love, and
obviously
I can't wait to find out how Wonder Woman and Superman are just gonna love each other.
Sorry, that was so lame.
Oh, and also we're gonna get a little Batman Catwoman action.
Of course, it'll be like issue number 1, and they did the nasty in the.
Well, this is supposed to be
it happened.
How Catwoman's gonna handle. I don't know. Look at Batman after the death of family.
Okay, that's exciting.
So I don't know.
Also, you get to see a little bit of Nightwing and Lucius Fox's daughter.
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm gonna be playing romantic music the whole time listening to this and just get me in the mood for Valentine's Day. For you, man. Love you.
Where?
Love you. Yeah, so that wraps it up of our picks of the week. Also coming out for DC Comics, we got Animal Man number 17, Swamp Man 17, Detective Comics number 17, and Phantom Stranger number 5.
I'm excited for Phantom Stranger. I haven't read it lately. I stopped reading after 3.
We'll see. But also for Marvel Comics, we got All New X-Men number 7, Avengers number 5, Daredevil End of Days number 5.
Is it the last?
Yeah, it's the
end of the storyline.
I think so. I think so. Cool. Yeah. Fearless Defenders number 1, which is a new Marvel Now thing, which I could really care less.
They're making a Defenders comic. That's cool.
It's 2 women fighting. It's not what it used to be.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I withdraw that comment.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. We can be superheroes.
Your favorite comic on the world, Hit Girl number 5. It's the last issue of it.
Thank God. What's going to happen? Are they going to rape her too?
Oh my gosh. Iron Man number 6, which we get the new suit.
Oh yeah, the God Killer. Yeah. I'm excited because that's going to lead into what's it called? Guardians of the Galaxy. Because you see God Killer Iron Man suit in the new comic or in the cover of it.
Yep. Yeah.
So the preview.
Yeah, it's.
So something to look out for. I'm excited.
I haven't really liked the past Iron Man comics. I know you didn't. You thought they were good.
I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
All the issue ones were interesting.
Yeah, but also we have New Avengers #3 and Thunderbolts #4. So these are all comics to look out for.
When did 3 come out?
What?
When did 3 come out?
Thunderbolts?
Yeah, Thunderbolts #3.
We missed it already. Marvel now is doing this weird thing where they just throw out comics every week. They're not doing like a monthly thing. Yeah.
I mean,
sorry, man.
I'm not mad. I'm gonna get 2 comics for the not having to wait. Kind of sucks in my wallet, but
yeah. Huh?
Wow.
Yeah, Marvel now is releasing some comics, man. We're already on all new X-Men #7.
They're trying to catch up with DC, and they realize, wow, we should have done this jump on a little bit sooner.
Yeah, but yeah, those are the comics for the week. Make sure to go out and buy them on Wednesday.
Yeah. Don't forget to visit our website, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. The links and descriptions. The links are in the description below. Okay.
Yeah. So that wraps up another episode of the 9Mac Buzz. I guess we'll see you Friday when we have our picks of the week of all these comics. So.
Yeah. Don't forget to go out on Wednesday, Comic Book Wednesday, and pick up your comics, and then email us, text us.
Text
That'd
us.
be creepy.
Here's his number. I'm not really putting his number. Yeah, I am.
That's what happens when I let him edit. No. But definitely, let us know on Facebook and Twitter what you've been reading, what you bought, so that we can go back and forth, discuss, and then maybe take some of your ideas and put it on the show. But yeah. All right, well, that's it.
That wraps everything up. We'll see you Friday.
And in episode #3. All right. We gotta say the catchphrase. Kicking butt, or kissing babies, kicking butt.
Kissing babies. Kicking butt and taking names and kissing babies.
All right, well, that's my pose.